Fala galerinha que assiste meu canal, Chris Gringo aqui com minha mãe, minha convidada muito especial. E hoje vamos falar um pouco sobre brasileiros e as coisas lindas, as coisas fofas que eu vi nos brasileiros que eu não vi muito aqui nos Estados Unidos como os americanos. E a gente vai falar em inglês, porque ela não fala português, tá? Mas primeiro, por favor, deixe seu like, deixe seu comentário, inscreva-se no canal e ative o sininho para receber todos os meus vídeos, tá? In Brazil, I noticed a few things about Brazilians that I think you can't generalize about everybody, but I've seen more in them than I've seen in the Americans here and that I'm accustomed to. And a couple of those things it just comes to the human warmth, first of all, of the Brazilians. They're so sympathetic and they're so nice and they're so willing to teach people about their culture, to teach people about their language, Portuguese. And when someone is learning about Brazil, like a foreigner is learning about Brazil and a Brazilian finds out, they're excited, they're prideful, they have this patriotism, this excitement about their country, and they can't wait to talk about not only Brazil as the country, but also talk about their home, their state. So, for example, we're in Texas now. It would be like us. We know so much about Texas. We know about the geography, the government. We know about the history, and we want to tell somebody who just moved to Texas all about it. It would be like that. But we don't see that very much here. And I noticed that in Brazil. When I visited the different states in Brazil, people were so excited to talk to me about history, to talk about the famous places that I could go visit, the tourist locations. And I thought that was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned before that you've seen some things in Brazilians that maybe you didn't see so much here with Americans.
Yeah.
What would that be? What do you think?
It's that same thing. It's that openness, that willing to share their heart with you as a foreigner, as somebody they don't even know.
Yeah.
And us as Americans, we're a lot more guarded before we open that door, if it ever gets open. So, it's kind of cool to see that, you know. There's an innocence in the Brazilian people that's very tender, and it's very cool.
Passion, too. They're in the music. We were listening to a song, Evidencias, and my mom commented that the lyrics were so beautiful, and it was so cool to see someone express themselves so genuinely, right? And you see that in the streets in Brazil. I saw that. And people are generally affectionate with their significant others. You see people holding hands. And one thing that you sometimes will see, for example, a mom or a dad holding the hand of their child here in the United States to cross the road, to walk into a store. You'll see that. But what I saw all the time in Brazil also was people holding the hands of their mothers and their fathers when like, for example, a 40-year-old might be holding their hand of an 80-year-old, their mother. And you might see a 40-year-old man holding, you know, the dad's hand, you know, the 80-year-old dad. And that's something I didn't really see too much in the United States. So seeing people caring for their mothers and fathers in public was a beautiful thing for me.
Yeah, the elderly here in the United States, we don't appreciate them. We don't have that appreciation that I'm seeing in the Brazilian culture.
The respect.
That's something that as Americans we used to have, you know.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's
gone.
Yeah.
Kaput.
Yeah.
They say.
It's pretty much gone. Yeah.
And I think that jumping off from just that, you could say that manners also are generally gone when you think about seeing someone in public and saying good morning, good afternoon to you, good evening. But that's something that, generally speaking, I saw in Brazil from almost all Brazilians. You run into somebody in the elevator and they say, good morning, how are you? You say, good afternoon, hey, good evening. You know.
That's nice.
And that's rare. You might see it in some places in the South here in the United States, but even then, it's rare.
Yeah,
It's rare.
Very rare.
And I thought some other things about holidays, for example, special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries in Brazil. people wish a lot of things for you. They will express their feelings and they will say something like, not just happy birthday. They'll say many years of life to you, much success, much happiness in the future. God be with you. Go with God in all that you do. God bless you. And these are the things that you don't hear too much. In fact, let me tell you, now I got a little annoyed. Sometimes my friends, they will send, or people in college that I went to school with, they'll send for my birthday, HB, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Just HB.
So
just
impersonal, but it's very common here.
It's like, you didn't have the time to text happy birthday. You had to say HB. And so I really think that's a beautiful thing about Brazilians, and on holidays, Christmas, New Year, when they wish you a happy new year, they don't just say that, they wish you so many other things like God bless you, God bless the new year for you and your family. I hope that you have much success, much happiness in all that you do. I really like that, and I think it has made a positive change in my life.
Shows you the heart of the culture that they have.
Yes.
It's more genuine as opposed to happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Exactly.
That's just a surface, but when they're adding all of that, I wish you well and into the new year, that's just showing you more that they care about you as an individual.
Right. He used to say, show me that you give a shit.
Yeah.
He used to say
and that is so the truth.
And they do.
And they do.
Brazilians do. And one other thing I noticed was with moms and dads, they would call their baby, their newborn, they would call them princes and princesses. Like, I just gave birth to a beautiful prince. I think that's really cute. It's just something I noticed.
Here's my prince.
Yes.
My firstborn.
Yes. So I really do think that the Brazilian culture is great, and I think that the world should learn more from them. And I really have been truly impacted. That's not a lie. I'm not saying that for the video. I really do think that there's a lot of qualities that are beautiful about the Brazilian culture. So I'm glad that we could talk about that today.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being on the video with me.
Oh, you're welcome, Chris.
Yeah. And
I've enjoyed this.
And if you have any comments, any questions,
Our lasagna's done. Can you hear that?
I'm excited to see what else about the Brazilian culture is different and what else I can learn from this next time I come to Brazil. And I can't wait to share it with you guys here on the YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to comment and leave your like on the video. That will definitely help my channel grow and help deliver this video to more people out in the world. And definitely thank you for coming on the video, on the channel. It's always a pleasure to have my mom, my favorite person in the world, on the videos with me. So that's it. Thank you guys for joining, for coming watch the video, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye, Brazil.
Bye-bye.